guys, Marian here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I kosher my kitchen for Passover. The Jewish holiday Passover is almost here, and the kitchen is like the hub of the Passover home because there's a lot of food when it comes to Passover, and a lot of the Passover tradition is about thinking about in a meaningful way what we eat to remind us physically of the experience of leaving Egypt and being in a hurry and being restricted and journeying from slavery to freedom, and it's all physically connected to the food we eat. So we want to make sure that our kitchen, the hub of the eating in the home, is kosher. So I want to show you guys what we do in our home. I hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button if you want to see more Jewish mom life content. All it means is when you go to YouTube, you might see my videos pop up in your feed, and it's hugely helpful for me and my channel to grow. So thank you to anyone who's hit that subscribe button. Okay, so I've been waiting to film this video until my kitchen is actually clean. And it's actually clean today, which is so exciting. So I wanted to talk to you about how I make my kitchen kosher for Passover and what we do in our home. In the last video that I posted, I shared my pantry, which pretty much looks the same as it did. I've got our Passover shelf here. It's covered in gift wrap paper, and then the rest of the chametz, which I'm hoping we'll still eat a bit more of that the next week. The rest of it will stay, and we won't eat that. We'll just eat from the Passover shelf. And then I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what we do in the rest of the kitchen. I always get asked about this when I show things on YouTube, like I showed my Passover tablescape, which I don't know if you can see it to the dining room, but it's there ready to go. People ask me, like, do you really do this like so early? Like, do you really kosher your kitchen, you know, days before Passover begins? And the honest truth is, no, I'm gonna really do it like for real the day of Passover, like Passover morning, or the day before, like the last crumbs of chametz. But for YouTube, I want to show you guys. So I often will film things in advance, which is like a great way for me to make sure I have everything and prep everything, and then I'll do a final like run through. So for example, the Seder table is actually set, and it'll stay that way until Seder, but I didn't set the kids table, which I need to do, because if I had a little table out close to the floor, the children would destroy it before Passover. So that's just kind of the balance between how I film things in advance so you guys can learn from them and see them before the actual holiday versus what I need to actually get done for the holiday, if that makes sense. Speaking of my Seder table, this is a great time to talk to you guys about the sponsor of today's video, which is Countertop. And if anyone's been around my channel for a while, that is a throwback for you guys. I almost want to find the videos and link them, but I used to use Countertop to make all of our Haggadahs before I had the one that I sell. So this is the one that I sell, but if you would like a free one and you want to tailor it to exactly what you want for your family, definitely check out Countertop. I'm going to show their website here. It's crazy to me to be working with them and sharing them with you guys like this, because I literally have used this website and company for years and years and years. I have always been one of those people that is just convinced that the Haggadah makes the Seder. If you have a good Haggadah, you're going to have an enjoyable time at your Seder, and if you don't, it's going to be chaotic and maybe boring and long, and no one will know what's going on. And I also like being able to print one for each person. That's also really important to me, so everybody can follow along and be part of the experience. So I love Haggadot.com because you can go and find exactly what kind of Seder you want, whether it's a kid's Seder, an adult Seder. They have like every variation under the sun. And then you can get a copy of the Haggadah for every person who's attending and really tailor it specifically to what you want. You can also completely design your own in there too, which is how I got started designing Haggadahs. So this is a little sneak peek of what the website looks like. There are over 100 Haggadahs to choose from. You can print one of their existing ones or customize any of them to make it your own, and everything is totally free. They are a nonprofit organization, and they do ask for a donation on the end once you design yours or print yours out, but it's a totally free service. And they have great Haggadahs for kids, like a coloring book Haggadah, which is so cute, a 10-minute Dayenu Seder. So I'll put the link in the description below, and definitely go check them out. So that's Haggadah.com. Definitely check them out. Let me know if you guys find any that you like. And now it's time to get on with the kitchen cleaning. So right now I'm going to show you with what I do on my countertops to kosher them for Passover, and I will repeat this process when I actually do it the night before Passover begins. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of anything that's on the counter, which if you know me and you've been watching my videos, I'm pretty minimalist. So right now I just have a fruit bowl. I used to have a frame, but it broke, and then I have my KitchenAid. By the way, I always get asked about this bowl. I'm gonna link it because you can get it on Amazon. Isn't it so pretty? I bought it for myself as like a Hanukkah gift, but anyways, because I use my KitchenAid like exclusively for bread products, cake, that sort of thing, I'm just gonna put it away because I don't think I'm gonna need it for anything over Passover. What I do like to get is just an extra, I do have extra attachments, and I did, it might be still in the Passover box, but I have ones that are just for Passover, for like the cake mixes. I think I have one of those. So sometimes I'll have like doubles of things for Passover, but not for everything. Okay, so once I've gotten rid of everything on the countertops, I'm gonna boil some water on the stovetop, so let me grab that. Okay, so this is the boiling water. You can see it's still steaming away. And what I'm going to do is just pour it onto the counter and then use a cloth like this to wipe all the surfaces with the boiling water. Okay, so for me, that's the koshering process. Boiling water is a way to kosher things. Some people will boil their silverware for a certain amount of time. Some people will bury it. There's all different kinds of traditions out there. I just do a quick hit with the boiling water, and I just go slowly and carefully because I don't want to like pour boiling water all over the place. Some people use a squeegee to help, but like I showed you, that's the method I use. Then once I'm done with that, I'm going to actually clean it and give it like a really good clean, and that is with the quartz and stone cleaner. I actually very rarely to almost never use harsh cleaners like this in my home. I generally just make my own with vinegar, water, that sort of thing. Maybe some, what's it called? Some dishwashing liquid, but for a special like big, once a year Passover clean, I'm going to bring out the good stuff, and I'm going to go over it again with this, and then I have one more step. Okay, and then the last step, I don't know if you guessed or not, I should have said, make a guess in the comments. I'm going to use the boiling water and another cloth, a clean cloth, and do one last go over with the water. This can make it like extra certain it's kosher, but for me also, I just don't like having those harsh chemicals on the place I'm gonna put food. Okay, so one last go with the boiling water. So that's it for the countertops. I'll do the same thing on my island when it's time. And the other thing I do is I get a new dish brush and new bottle brush. Those are the two like brushes I use on my sink. So right now I've got these two. And underneath the sink, I'll show you, although it's not very pretty, I have extras. Guys, I need to organize under my sink. So I'll just pull out a new brush. Again, like the day before Passover or the night before, the morning of, whenever I've totally finished prepping, and then that will be my Passover brush. So it's just like an opportunity to have things fresh and new and totally clean. So that is how I kosher my kitchen for Passover. I hope you found this video interesting and liked it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up to let me know. Hit the red subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!